Hello, Ziggy Soul. Nice to see you here. Happy holidays. Yeah, there we go. Just a little scooch. Little scooch. Yeah, there we go. See what's on sale today. Yeah, I don't really know. Well, we actually opened this in our last draft. But yeah, we don't need any of these card styles. Let's just open a few cards, shall we? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell... Okay, yeah, I think someone played this in the last Foundations draft we did. Or Kicker 2. Okay, that's nice and simple. And we got Soulstone Sanctuary. Ooh, that's fun. I think I used this when they were doing the Foundations Phantom Constructed thing. Hello, Nom Nom Freshman. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Mufasa S. Sukasa. I don't know what I was going for there. Juggernaut. We actually don't have on here yet. That's fun. Flame Wake Phoenix. 2/2 Flying Haste for 3. Attacks each combat if able. Hello, Wet Otters. Was struggling against the Path of Eternity 2 Act 2 boss when I saw your ping. Yeah, that boss has a lot of health. That one was taxing when I tried to do it the first time. I lost quite a few times before I managed to beat him, mostly just because I couldn't play tight enough to not run out of flask charges by the time, before he ran out of health. I was just... once I was out of life flask charges, I would probably eventually die, and if I was out of mana flask charges, I just couldn't do much damage to him. So, yeah, no, he's a bit of a toughie. Anyway, this is a 2/2 Flying Haste attacks. At the beginning of combat, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you can pay red to return this from the graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Campus Guide. Is that common and uncommon, respectively? Okay, yeah. This, this pretty obviously looks like uncommon when you see it, because it's silvery. This one, I guess, is intended to be predominantly black, the color of common, but the borders are still, the parts outside the oval are still kind of silvery, so when I see this by itself, and I don't have the uncommon one next to it to compare it to, I usually can't remember if this is common or uncommon. Yep, that's a little mana-fixing guy. Macabre Waltz. Okay, yeah. Tetsugu's second right. Ooh, any mythic card we want. Don't mind if I do. Putting your years of Dark Souls dodging to the test. Yeah. He's, his attack that got me the most was in his first phase. One of the things he can do with his little, poles is have them chase you around, and they kind of move one at a time toward you, alternating. So they go meh, 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 chasing you around, and there's a laser between them. That one really was ruining me my first couple attempts. And eventually I put together, oh, okay, I shouldn't be dodge rolling here. It moves too fast for me to dodge roll every time it moves. So I should just move regularly. I should just walk away from it, and as long as I kind of keep turning the same direction, it will chase after me, but it won't pass through me each alternate move. So that one's one that you can kind of solve even without any special abilities to make it easier. Hello, Laughlin Tom. Hello, Luparis Sum. Let's see. Yeah, we've seen all of these. Oh, another one. Okay. Not too bad. Tom Champs to you as well, Ralph Bat. Good Tom Champ to all, and to all a Champ Tom. Bake into a pie, yeah. Reclamation Sage. Oh, okay. That nice and straightforward. He does the thing. Oh, this lady. Okay. Up to 2 target creatures you control. Fun. Neat and fun. Isn't this the lady who some alternate version of this legendary creature, you know, some different card printing, is the one that cares about prime numbers? More Tom content? Yeah. Well, Tom tent, I believe is what you mean there, Ralph Bat. Tom tent. So, I'm thinking today, I have in fact put together, at long last, a brawl deck. It's not a good brawl deck, but it is one that exists. And so today I think I will finally go ahead and honor the requests a couple people have had. So we'll try friendly brawls against viewers. Bloomberg draft before it goes on. It already went down. It went down at the morning rollover, which is fine because that means quick draft is foundations again. So we can do quick draft foundations if we want to, which I probably will. People seem to like watching me tank on draft for interminable amounts of time for whatever reason, so, you know, might as well embrace my brand there and take it very slow. That'll also mean it's lower stakes. I can keep my blood pressure lower because it'll be half the entry fee. So we'll do this. You know, I think I might want to make today a sandwich. So maybe we'll start with some brawl, and then do the draft, and then do some more brawl to finish up afterwards, if there's people around who want to. So, you know, let me go ahead and just pose that question to chat. Is there anyone here who would like to play a brawl game right now and is ready? A little holiday fun. Don't play, sorry. I don't remember who it is. I feel like it's one particular person has asked a couple times. I don't remember who it is, though. Okay. Don't have an immediate someone being like, yes, 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 pick me, thrusts hand in air. So we'll go ahead and do the draft. And we'll see if we have takers later on. I don't have any earthly body to brawl with. Maybe they'll arrive later. Maybe, yeah. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think it's Charisma Dolphin. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say it was Charisma Dolphin who had asked about that, and presumably, therefore, would enjoy doing that. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and, let's do the thing. Okay. Hello, Armon. Brawl or standard brawl? Just regular brawl. I most assuredly do not have the collection to support building a brawl deck that also has to conform to the standard set restrictions. Okay, so we got Sear Slicer Goblin in the rare slot. I mean, he's good. He's not really what you'd call a bomb, but he's good value. He's a good aggressive creature. This guy, I passed up last time and kind of regretted it. Goblin Negotiation. X damage start creature. Okay, so it's like that. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Mild-mannered librarian, right? Yeah, 1/1 becomes a werewolf. It's monstrosity, but it's not called that, I guess. Fishing pole. Enchanted creature has 1 tap, and also tap fishing pool. Put a bait counter. Whenever equipped creature becomes untapped, remove a bait counter from this equipment. If you do, create a 1/1 blue fish creature token. I assume the fishing pole itself taps to make it so you can't pass it around between a bunch of different creatures and put a bunch of bait counters on it in the same turn. For vigilance creatures. Vigilance creature. I mean, yeah, I suppose that's good for those. Yeah, that guy's fine. That's kind of neat. I wouldn't say that's amazing. That's pretty good removal. That's a fine 1-drop. That's a fine enough 1-drop. Okay, simple 4-drop red creature. Green removal. Cackling Prowler. The creature died this turn. Okay, we got a lot of solid cards here. Witness Protection is removal and nice and cheap and splashable also. Goblin Negotiation is removal. Sort of, I mean, it is an X spell. X spells are quite powerful and limited typically. It's pretty expensive. Like, you're usually going to need to juice this up quite a bit if you want to kill a substantial creature with it, and if you're killing a substantial creature with it, you're barely going to get any goblins out of the deal. Mostly you only get the goblins if you're massively overkilling a creature with low toughness. So it's sort of like, it's probably more reasonable to think of this as a removal spell or a bunch of 1/1s. You're rarely going to get to remove something powerful and create a bunch of werewolves. It's all coming together. Infestation Sage is great. Yeah, I mean, he looks quite nice as value goes. So I kind of think, I don't think there's a card that's like a must pick here. I think it kind of is just what colors do we want to try out? Last time we were on blue-white, I believe, when we did Foundations. And Witness Protection we could take. It is splashable. Sear Slicer Goblin's only single red. I wouldn't really call it splashable necessarily because you don't really want to play it later in the game. Mostly you want this to be your 2-drop. Like, he's not useless to play later in the game, but he's a good aggressive creature. And less impressive if all you're getting out of him is 1/1 a turn that relies on you also being able to attack. Yeah, I think the pick is probably between Witness Protection, if we don't think anything else justifies passing up splashable, cheap removal. Goblin Negotiation is potentially pretty good. Sear Slicer is pretty good, and kind of semi-commits us to wanting to be aggressive and red. I think I might take Sear Slicer. Just cause it'll be different than what we did before if we go for something more aggressive this time. So yeah, let's try that. Also, little bit of the rare draft angle. This would be a nice one to have for my collection. Okay, the bot took the rare, so we really have no information about what color they might be in, because every color has bombs. Feybloom Trick. It's not removal per se, it's a nice tempo card. Hero's Downfall. Very solid removal. Double black, however. Abrade. Removal. Single red, so works well with our first pick. Affectionate Indrik. Actually pretty decent. That's a body. This is Flametongue Kavu adjacent. It's really funny given how much the overall power level of the game has gone up since, 2001. It's really funny that this exists and is, like, very significantly worse than Flametongue Kavu. But it is Flametongue Kavu it's Flametongue Kavu at home and in green. Good Fortune Unicorn, pretty good, but it's 2 colors, neither of which matches our first pick, so that's got that working against it. This is filler. This isn't bad. This goes really late, so we don't need to really worry about taking it this time. This is not bad. This is just Distress, but more splashable. Goblin Borders, certainly works with our first pick. Raid. Incinerating Blast, removal, very expensive removal. I think this... I probably wouldn't want to play this unless it just actually cantripped. This guy is quite good. He's Kavu Titan for a new era. I'm thinking I'll probably take a Braid here. Because I think the removal, like, this guy's fine. This guy is, like, fine to good, but I think he'll be back. Who is it? Who's Aloha? Oh, Aloha resubscribed for 2 months. Wow. Yeah, I think we'll take a Braid to stay open. Obviously, this is stronger as removal, but, I don't feel like committing to double black when my first pick wasn't black. Yeah, let's remember what's here. This guy, this guy, this guy. Yeah, there's some good stuff. We'll probably get something decent out of this when it tables. Condemn. That's good removal. Good removal, albeit, defensive. The kind of removal that would have been better in our last time's deck than in a deck that's running Seer Slicer Goblin. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Stats aren't amazing because he's only got 1 power, but he has evasion, and that's a very potentially spicy triggered ability. Obviously +1/+0 is great for combat trick potential. Giving everything trample matters a lot for being able to force through the last damage when you need to. That could be pretty cool. Wardens of the Cycle, 1 black, green, 3/4. Oh, that's a strong man. It is a gold card that doesn't work with our first 2 picks, so probably not, but let's see. Venturing Gear, not too bad. Armasaur Guide, yeah, he's nothing. We need to take this early. More double black removal available. Involuntary Employment. I thought that said Incendiary Employment. It is Threaten and also make a treasure. That's very good and limited. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's any reason to swap out of red here. I think we're either going to take this or we're going to... Oh, it costs 4. Okay. It is not strictly better than Threaten. For some reason, I just assumed. I read it and was like, oh, it's like Threaten. And so my brain just automatically said, therefore it costs 2 colorless and a red. This is actually a common, interesting. Threaten type effects are usually higher rarity. I think I'm gonna take this. Blue-red seems like it might be fun. We never got to do, like, the otter thing in Bloomborough, and we haven't done anything like that in any of our drafts so far. I think this could be pretty neat. Also, raid is easier to consistently resolve if we have evasive creatures, so we don't need to worry about, oh, my opponent played a giant green bungus, and now I can't attack without effectively sacrificing creatures. So yeah, let's go for this. This will be fun, I think. Okay, reassembling skeleton, bolt wave. Hello, lava spike, my old friend. This guy again. That guy again. Larian Terror. He technically is instant and sorcery support. 5/5 vanilla ward 2 is like fine. Macabre Waltz. Burst Lightning. That's a good one. Ooh. That's pretty nice too. Again, good for going wide. Similar type of mindset to this. I think we're probably going to take Burst Lightning, because removal's a little more important, but Goblin Surprise will be one to look out for in the common slot going forward for sure. Yeah. One slightly thing. I'm getting the impression, I might be doing this from too few pieces of data. I'm getting the impression blue might not be super open to our right. But we'll see. Let's take the Burst Lightning. Strongbox Raider. 4 mana, 5/2. When this enters, if you attacked this turn, sort of draw a card. I mean, that's a good body. Inspiring Call. That is +1/+1 counter specific. That guy's fine. Mocking Sprite, Refute, Fake Your Own Death, Sure Strike. That's pretty good as a combat trick. I may take the Mocking Sprite here. Instant and sorcery support, also, again, an evasive creature to help activate raid. Or I may take the Strongbox Raider. Mocking Sprite's, like, pretty good. But you do typically want to play mostly creatures, so I'm not sure exactly how powerful that ability is going to be in Limited. Refute is also pretty decent. Cancel with upside. I would really like to see one of these 3 cards again when this pack comes back, but I probably won't. I'll probably see, like, Squad Rallier and Fake Your Own Death. Or Squad Rallier and Windscarred Crag, unfortunately. I think my reservation with Strongbox Raider is that 2 toughness. Could give Strongbox Trample. That's true. 5 power, though, for 4 mana is very good with the ability to potentially give it Trample. Yeah, okay. I do like the idea of the Mocking Sprite, but I think this has more presence. So I think I'm going to try the Strongbox Raider. Dragon Trainer. It is a 4/4 flying and a 1/1 for 5. Cathar Commando. Icewind Elemental. Not bad. Not really aggressive, but not bad. I don't think I would take it over this. Run away together. That's neat. Sower of Chaos, not bad for what we've got going on. Being able to target the best creature and make it unable to block does help with getting raid online, but I think we're taking a 4/4 flying plus an extra little guy for 5 mana. That seems pretty good. Resolute Reinforcements. It's raise the alarm, but on a creature. Raid Food Support. Raid Shadow Legends. Fishing Pole. Sanguine Siphoner, Broken Wings. So we have nothing in the colors that we're already in. So let's consider what we're likely to want on the off chance we do end up in, if our second color ends up as something other than blue. Just got here. Merry holidays and happy Christmas. Thank you, Raggy doll? I always have to squint because your name is in kind of dark red, and so against the black, I wanted to make sure I was reading that correct. Yes. This draft brought to you by... Oh, it's... Okay. Nice to see you here. Yeah. Which of these are we most likely to play if we did go into a second color? I mean, this is raid, but we don't have any food stuff. I don't think we're playing fishing pole, because we're gonna be attacking. Probably wary thespian or resolute reinforcements. Those are both fine creatures if we were going aggressive. White and green are both reasonable options for second colors. 2 guys for 2 feels good for this deck. The 2 guys for 2 does combo nicely with anything we do to try to go wide. I think Wary Thespian's quite good, though, in terms of giving you 2 surveils and being able to trade with something big. 1 toughness, slightly unfortunate. Lots of things can trade with it that cost 1. When this creature enters, if you control another elf, that's great if we have... That's great if you have Lana War elves. If you're gonna have turn 1 elves a lot of the time. We haven't taken any green yet, though. I think... Yeah, I don't really have a sense of what is open. But we've seen those, like, discount Flametongue Kavus going around, and those are quite good as a top-of-curve thing in a deck that's looking to just get guys on board and attack over and over. Because they're a body, they hit the board and they kill something to free up attacks. So, I might go Thespian over Reinforcements, just because I think green-red might be more my jam than white-red. Yeah, I think these are both fine, but I think I'll go the Thespian here. Fleeting Distraction. I mean, it's an instant or sorcery to activate our guy, but by and large, it's filler. So I don't think we're taking that here. Well, there's a green-red duel. Basic Land Search. Thrill of Possibility. That's the same card they always print in red now. That's pretty good. That lets us pitch an extra land to find stuff that is not a land, and it's an instant or sorcery for Balmor. And I don't think any of these are strong enough to justify picking them in black, so we'll go for this. Goblin Negotiation still here. Witness Protection still here. Sower of Chaos. Which of these do I want? Ooh. Could take that land. Yeah, the land could, but my only green is this guy. Like, that's not a reason to play a green, so I don't think I want to pass up a card I'll probably actually play for hypothetical mana fixing. I think I take Witness Protection here. Goblin Negotiation would be better if we were going bigger, but right now, I guess we do have some mid-range more so than really cheap, but I think we are mostly trying to go aggressive. And this is not a good removal spell for a faster, more aggressive deck. What are you're gonna kill a 2/2 with this for 4 mana? You're gonna pay 5 mana to make 3 1/1s on turn 5? Nah, I think we'll go Witness Protection. Pilfer, Goblin Borders, Gnarlid Colony, Plains. Goblin Borders seems pretty good. We're in raid spec. This is removal, but very expensive. This is a great green creature, but we're not super likely to be there. So yeah, we'll go Goblin Borders. Ooh, this tabled. Yeah, we'll take this. That can absolutely prank someone who thought they were stabilizing after initially falling behind on tempo. Yeah. Bolt Wave is not worth playing. None of these are very good, but we might plausibly play this if we end up in red-green. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a Giant Growth. So we have a little bit of support if we do decide to double back into this. What the fuck is this shit? 7 mana. Bit of an ask. 7/7 flying whenever it attacks. Jeez, okay. I mean, if you get to attack with this, yeah, that's good. Oh, I don't know if we're getting to 7 mana often enough for this. Oh, but I mean, it's good. If it's not answered, it kills them dead. What are our other choices here? Cat Collector. Funny. We don't have any of the things that would be good with it. Here's a pretty decent red-green creature. If we did go red-green. We've got, that is too specific for limited. White removal spell. Filler. 2/2 for 2. Not, like, amazing for its effect, but 2/2 for 2. Yeah, I think our options here... We can just take this guy. We can take Ruby and pivot to green-red. We can splash Witness Protection if we have mana fixing. We could plausibly splash this guy. It's not, like, hard mandatory that you play him on turn 2 for him to be good, since late game he can still give you a miniature overrun. How good is Ruby? 2 mana, 1/2 haste, taps for mana, can attack as a 3/4 if you control something big enough already. I think that's okay. I don't know if I want to change colors for that. Not a complete change. We do have some green, but... I don't know if this is strong enough to be a signpost into green. I don't know, man. I know we're not really looking to make 7 mana, but, like... What if we did? Technically, I have more green than blue. This is true, but my... Broken Wings, I don't know if I would play. This is something I would normally probably sideboard in against a deck that I knew had enough targets for it. Unlike, I mean, when we were doing our Bloomburrow draft, we played a bunch of those cards that, like, that's, like, destroy target creature with flying. But that one could also make cantrip and make a food or do some other shit. And Disenchant is a fine effect, I suppose, but I think I'm just gonna take the dragon. It's funny as hell. Lathril, Blade of the Elves. 2/3 Menace for 4. When it deals combat damage to a player, create that many Ulfs. Tap 10 untapped elves you control. Very funny. Very funny indeed. Skyship Buccaneer. Well, it's good raid support. Let's see. Another Ruby. Another Witness Protection, but apparently we don't need to take this early. Not bad. That Ranger. I think I'll probably take the Skyship Buccaneer. Buccan here. If I do, we're committed. We're playing red-blue, unless unless I'm willing to just give up this pick. Yeah, it's really about do we hard commit to creature aggro and because green-red would obviously be the way to go for that, but I don't know. I like Balmor. I like having evasion. Yeah. Grab Ruby and see if the other tables. I think you might be, like, objectively, that might be a better strategy. I like red-blue. I like red-blue! And I don't know if we can even play this guy if we're in red-green very aggressive. Like, red-blue is going to be looking to play... Ruby helps us ramp. We're not wrong. I'm mad. 3-color is an option. I know. Oh! You need a creature with power 4 or greater. Oh. All right. Yeah, I think that's probably... All right, we'll try it. Frenzied Goblin, quite good for raid. Another Burst Lightning. Another Goblin Surprise. Frenzied Goblin's, like, legitimately actually very good. I don't know if he's better than just having another Burst Lightning, though. I think I'll probably take the Burst Lightning here. Authority of the Consuls. Oh, the misery. They are not giving blue to me. That's too few syllables. 3/4 reach for 4 elf support. We might end up in elves if we do indeed hard commit to green-red. Tackling Prowler is pretty decent, but pretty likely to table, I think. Maybe we go this guy, just because he could be good if we end up with stuff. This is also pretty good. Another sort of very scuffed Flametongue Kavu stand-in. This guy's really good, too. Mana War with a very attractive stat line. If we stayed in red-blue. What is this? That's pretty interesting for a late game thing, but we have a dragon for late game. Yeah, I think I'll do this. Joust through. That's some removal. There are just infinite copies of Witness Protection in this draft, apparently. Another Gorehorn Raider. I'm a little concerned about our mana curve here. But he's still very good. We've got a lot of stuff pushing up in the, like, 5+ range right now. think we probably take another Gorehorn, because we don't know if we're playing blue or not. We don't have any mana fixing yet, so I don't know if we can actually get away with splashing. Yeah, we'll do this. But we need to keep an eye out for actually good cheap creatures like that, say. Well, good is a stretch. That's a fine cheap creature. Very funny. Probably not what we need right now, given what I just said about where our curve is at. Probably Goblin Surprise. This can be a finisher, but it can also just be 2/1/1s. It can be Raise the Alarm, albeit for slightly below rate. Yeah, I think either of these is reasonable, but I think I'll go with Goblin Surprise. Another Dwynen. Spitfire, also a 3/4 for 4. Fanatical Firebrand. I mean, I was just saying we need more of a mana curve. I suppose this is good for enabling early raid, and then once he's outclassed, you can just sack him off to deal 1 damage to something. Yeah, I think Dwynen is a pretty okay pick also, but for curve purposes, I think we're going to take this guy. Ooh, okay. Yeah, okay, we've got some nice options here. I think we're going to take the Gnarlid Colony. It's a Grizzly Bear, or it's a 4/4 Trample later on, if that's what we want. This is also fine, but why take a 2/1 for 2 when I can have a 2/2 for 2? Oh, the Ruby did table. Do we take a second one, or do we take another Gnarlid Colony? We probably take a second one, I guess, because that lets us cram in. It can be an early attacker for raid, but it can also get us to these 5 mana guys faster. And we're more likely to see more copies of Gnarlid Colony than more copies of Ruby. So, okay. Another Wary Thespian. I don't know if I'll play even 1. It's not super likely I'll want to play 2, but I think it's more likely than me playing a 3/4 for 4 with a fairly mediocre extra effect. So we'll go... Oh! I said all that, and then I was like, I was thinking about that one, and so I picked it. Yeah, Frenzied Goblin here, for sure. Another Goblin Surprise. I guess that goes late, too. What the... These bots do not like Witness Protection, and I don't understand why. It is an outstanding removal spell. Oh, what are you? A 2/1 for 1? If Kellen is a scout, which he is initially, it becomes a human fairy detective and gains whenever it deals combat damage to a player. Exile, you can play that this turn. If it's a detective, it becomes a 3/2 human fairy rogue and gains double strike. What a strange way to have a card have progression. I mean, that's a 2/1 for 1. Can't get much better than that for being in our curve. Yeah, very weird level up card. I feel like they have 8 different ways that they do cards that, like, progress now, and this is not usually how you see them formatted. Yeah, we're just gonna take him. See what we got. Fiery Annihilation. Okay, not bad for removal. That card's really good. It's not aggressive at all, and it would require the blue splash. Frustrating. Why weren't you in our second pack first round? Then we could have built around you. I think we're taking either Annihilation. Annihilation's probably better than Bite Down because it's less conditional. Yeah, we're not third picking Axe Guard Cavalry. That's like guaranteed to table. Why weren't you at draft practice? Yeah, we'll take Fiery Annihilation. Dauntless Veteran, Vampire Nighthawk, Battle Song Berserker, another dragon, uncommon. Mild-Mannered Librarian, also quite good for us, again, because of curve reasons, but, like, can we really not have 2 dragons? Can we pass up the second dragon? That's a hard ask. This is also actually pretty solid as a 4-drop, but, like, I think we're taking Sheevan Dragon. Yeah. It's funny. Funny, funny guy. Oh, more dragons, you say? Don't mind if I dagon. I mean, more dragons, right? Dragon Tribal. Oh, that's kind of neat. It's also nice because it's a very cheap creature that immediately ensures we have a 4-power creature to make Ruby attack as a 3/4. Mild-Mannered Librarian, also pretty good for early attacks and then becoming a meaningful body and cantripping you. How many Thespians have we seen? Quite a few. I feel less bad about accidentally passing the previous one because I don't think we're super gonna need it. This is an interesting choice. I mean, this... If you get a hand that supports this, if you get this and, like, 2 burn spells that you can throw at early creatures, the tempo is absolutely fucking merciless on this guy. Like, holy fuck. This is less dependent on having other, like, getting the right kind of hand with it. How are we looking for curve? We've actually got... We've got Kellen, Frenzied Goblin, Fanatical Firebrand will probably play. Seer Slicer, Gnarlid Colony, Wary Thespian, 2 rubies. Actually, our curve is looking okay. We've got a weird dip in the middle where we've got Goblin Borders and nothing else at 3. And then, like, Strongbox Raider, and then suddenly all our shit is, like, 5 and higher, but, like... I think we'll take the Cerberus. Mild-Mannered Librarian is kind of nice for being able to set up the turn 2 Seer Slicer. We play Ruby, we skip 3 anyway. That's largely true, yes. I think with the 2 rubies, I'm gonna take the Slumbering Cerberus. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted to put you away, sir. How do I put you back in the place? There we go. Yeah. Another Gnarlid Colony. You're a 2-drop, but also a 5-drop. I don't think we need a second Giant Growth. I honestly don't know for sure if we're playing the one we have. We probably are, but... and again, I'd prefer that over a Firebrand Archer. Axe Guard, if we want yet more 2-drops. Bushwhack. Oh, that's kind of interesting. It can be land, or it can be a targeted fight. I think we're probably going to take a targeted fight. We've got actually a lot of 2-drops now, so I don't... Like, Axe Guard's great for having hasted dragons, admittedly. It's better than it would be if we were really hyper aggro. We do have good targets for it, but Bushwhack is removal. Only problem with Bushwhack for us is we've got more red creatures than big green bunglers. So until we get our, like, 5-drops online, it's going to be hard for us to Bushwhack something without our creature dying as well. That, to me, is the argument against it. Raid, Sear Slicer. I'm not sure this is right, because it always feels wrong to pass removal. But I think I actually want to take the Axe Guard here because of how good it is with all of our giant bunglers. Ooh, that kills all of our creatures. Let's play. Claws out. Dwynen doesn't really... He makes... Nope, that's a cat. That's not even an elf. That's a cat druid. Dwynen, we could plausibly play as just a 3/4 reach for 4 that has a very minor upside. He can gain us a small amount of life. I don't think we want this. Is there any chance we want to play Seismic Rupture? I don't think so. We can't afford to like, hold back our creatures to try and get a good deal with this. We are a ramp deck, kinda. Are we, though? We have a lot of 1-drops. If we go land pass, land Ruby, then we can kind of ramp, but Ruby itself still has 2 toughness. Unless we can go to combat and attack, and we know Ruby's not going to get blocked, and then post-combat we're going to play Seismic Rupture. I don't think it works for us. I think it kills literally everything we can play earlier than turn 4. And this is not bad for having some extra late game, but how much extra late game do we need when we have this many things at 5+ already? Like, we have things to spend our mana on. And the spider on its own, I mean, it's Death Touch, so, like, it's pretty decent as a blocker. But, like... Ruby's not an elf, is it? No. Human Scout. I don't think we have any elves whatsoever. Makes good use of fight. Yeah, but we didn't take any of the fight cards. If we'd taken Bushwhack, maybe, but, we don't really have anything for that. And we have lots of our own flyers at the end of the top of our curve, so the reach is nice, but it's not like we have no game plan against evasion. Yeah, I think all of these have some issues, but there's also just Campus Guide, which I don't think we'd be playing. We got so many 2-drops, I doubt we're gonna play Campus Guide if we pick it. I think I'm gonna take the Dwynen. I don't know that we're gonna play it, but this has a body that matters a lot more in its own right than this does. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's right, but that's my pick. I mean, we're probably not playing any of these. I guess we'll take this. It's very slightly, possibly, something we'll use. Ooh, second one of those. That's pretty good. It's still threaten. Another chance at the Spode, which we'll take because there's nothing else. We're not playing any of these. What do I want to own as a card? I think I have these already. Fuck it. Let's take Pilfer. A Tortle. I mean, this is a raid creature. It's technically thematic. Woo! Oh, last pick giant growth. That's not bad. Well, I'm a little sad that blue-red didn't end up happening, but I think we did end up in an okay place. This over here. I don't think we're splashing blue. I think our game plan is not, I'm gonna negate your bombs with witness protection. I think our game plan is, I'm going to play dragons. I'm going to make dragons, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's a shame we don't really have any other, like, mana acceleration. Because, yeah, if we'd known where we were going to end up, we probably would have taken that rampant growth variant earlier when we had the shot. But we have a creature that taps for mana. That's gonna have to be good enough. Okay, so where do we want to start with this? I guess we can put in our top of curve. I think we're playing the dragons. Duckman subscribed to tier 1 for 3 months. Thank you, my friend. Keep ducking, lest it hit you in the head as it sails by, whatever it is. Okay. So there's our 4 dragons. I think for now, let's say we're probably gonna play the Gorehorns. And then let's just look at our cheap creatures that enable, raid. So Ruby, you, Frenzied Goblin. This guy's a possibility, but I'm not gonna put him in yet. I think we want... play our removal spells. Actually, I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom, but I will ponder this. Alright, sorry to keep you waiting. I made the perhaps questionable decision to go out and have lunch at Popeyes and then come back and boot up stream without waiting to make sure that digestion had run its full course. And that is all I will say about the events that just transpired. Let's play this guy. Yeah, we're gonna play Guys for Curve. We're playing him to help with our large lads. Guys for Curve. Oh, and let me see who has arrived while I was away. Picturable's here. Hello. Okay. I think... How are we on creatures? 16. Okay, yeah, we're absolutely fine. We are so far all creatures, except for our 3 removal spells. Oh, I even forgot to put in a braid. Okay, there you go. So, yeah, I mean, I think we probably just go Strongbox Raider, 1 Goblin Surprise, maybe one Giant Growth? Or, oh god, this is really good too. Captain Squishy with the solo raid again. Glad to see you back. Feels wrong not to play at least one of this. This is really fantastic at closing out a game. How is our curve? Not very smooth, but we hit the gas super hard in the first 2 turns, and then it's a bit of a ghost town in the middle, and then we have our large lads. Goblin Surprise does work as a 3-drop as well, albeit not an ideal one. We're not going to want to play this on turn 4. That's not what this is for, unless the target of it has a way to sacrifice itself. That you can use and your opponent can't just use in response. Which is not that many things that fall into that category. We could just play another 4-drop. Could just play Fanatical Firebrand to have something else for early raid. The Goblin Surprises would be more necessary as finishers if we didn't have all this fuck shit that we were building up to anyway, so probably we don't want to, actually. I don't know. We're probably only playing 1 more card. Our deck is fairly aggressive, but we can't play less than 17 lands if we're hoping to play all this bullshit. Could just play Thrill of Possibility for smoothing. But that would be better if we didn't have to... If we weren't relying on using our early mana to set up raid, which we kind of are. Yeah, I can see cases for many things here. We could also play Broken Wings, but we don't really know if any given opponent's going to have targets that will justify it. Maybe if we go into this and everyone and their mother is playing like 5 Oblivion Ring equivalents, they've printed that card like 8 times under different names, so whichever one's in this set. I think I'm gonna play this. I think I'm gonna play that, yeah. This is pretty nice as a raid enabler, because you can take away their best blocker and make it an attacker, and you don't have to care about whether it lives or dies when you attack with it. So I think it's got synergy with the deck, and it's just fairly strong in general. We get early damage on, and then they're the first one to drop, you know, a Shivan Dragon or whatever. This can pretty easily just end the game. Yeah, I think this looks okay. It's very... wow, we are almost mono red. We could play mono red. I don't think we should, necessarily, because Ruby is quite nice. But we absolutely could cut these and put in... We have 4 more red cards that are playable. Easily. None of these are bad. Hey, a magic stream. Nice to see you here. Jaws, icon holder. Would you happen to be Jawsless from the Surprise Round Discord, or is that just a coincidental sequence of 3 letters? That's really fun. We have so little green, actually. But having the ability to maybe shift into these later is nice if we decide we do want to go more green-red. But damn. We absolutely could get away with mono-red if we really wanted. I think without the rubies, it would be a little more difficult to hope that we could hit mana for these guys, though. So I think we're gonna try this. It's tough because we don't really need very many forests, but the ones we do have, we really want early. We want the turn 2 ruby if it's in our opening hand. So I think we're going to have to play a good number of them and hope that that doesn't dick us over and, you know, that we don't see hands where we are screwed out of red, because Ruby doesn't help with that. She taps for either color, but only if I already have both colors. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 forests, 10 mountains? Or 8 and 9? I think we'll go 7 and 10. We have 2 red 1-drops. Yeah, I think we'll try this. This is a strange one. We've got a great aggressive curve and then a bunch of large mana boys who don't necessarily super fit it well. And we're in green, but we have no acceleration or fixing from green. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's go ahead and play. Ooh, my opponent's in silver. Yeah, we're gonna be facing harder opponents this time because things haven't. Oh fuck! All right, the immediate color problems. This is fine aside from no forest. I guess I'll try this. We still have things we can do if we don't draw a forest. It's just gonna be fucking annoying. Hello. Yeah, fucking play the mountain. There we go. Blue-green. Messian horn beetle. A mountain. Just what I wanted for Christmas. I guess let's go Axe Guard here. Are you dueling the hobbits? So it would appear. I don't know why you played that on your... Oh, okay, yeah, you played that on your main phase for that reason. That makes sense. Yeah, no. The blockers. If you control another creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Okay. Let's... play our mountain. What do you do? You're just a 4-2 now? Okay. I think I'll go to combat, attack, play... I'm gonna... Oh my god, no. That's not what I want. Okay, yeah. 2 attackers. Let's attack. Okay, yeah. I don't see any reason for him to go for that trade. I think I'm just gonna abrade the horn beetle now while I can. Because if that thing gets going and he has mana untapped to, like, protect it with a giant growth or some shit, I'm gonna get hosed really badly by it. It's a shame, because obviously I want to get my raid stuff going, but, don't think I have that luxury at this exact moment. A Lana War Elves. Yeah, I'll take 4. Nothing else. Mountain, you say? Okay. Okay, we'll play a mountain. Let's... Let's go to combat. Attack. Yeah. He's got something he can do at instant speed. Okay, 2 damage. Second main phase. We'll play the Goblin Borders. He's a 4/3. Oh, he's gonna get countered, it looks like. Nope. Okay. It looks like we're actually gonna get out-tempoed here. We're gonna take a fuck-zillion damage this turn, and then be on a very fast clock with these flyers. And return target permanent card. Oh, cool. Right on, man. Yeah, no, we are just mega owned. This was an absolutely brutal curve for tempo, and we never found a forest. Can I do anything if I play the Gorehorn Raider? 2 damage kills that. Let's go to combat. I haven't even done the math. I'm probably still dead here, but we'll go for it. Let's kill that thing. End turn. I'm not guaranteed dead here, actually, but it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna have to trade this. I'm dead to, like, anything else that does something here. It's got a bounce spell or a pump spell or something to finish this off. 7 forests, 4 green cards. We drew 2 green cards and no forests, alas. Is he gonna play it conservative here? No. Okay. Yeah, that would have been questionable. No? No? I think you should attack with it. No? Okay. I can't afford to block it, man. Okay, yeah, pass to blockers. Yeah, I mean... We're gonna block there. Do we block this? I mean, realistically, we don't have a way forward in this game, no matter what, pretty much. I have to block this, though. And any pump spell, I'm mega owned. Though if he had one, I don't know why he wouldn't have attacked with the Lana War Elves. Oh. Why you I'm literally... Okay, I'm not dead, if otherwise. Alright. Anyway, I mega lose. Last card, Giant Growth. Yeah, works. Oh, right on time, friend! Alright. Well, that was absolutely brutal. Jeez. That curve, man. If he'd had the Lana War Elves turn 1, that would have helped, but that's about the only thing that could have been better for him. Turn 2, this. Turn 3, creature with 4 power. Start swinging. Yikes. And we were on the draw. Not even going to show him the green. Not going to give him the satisfaction. Alright, well, that wasn't great. But I don't think we want to go super reactionary and immediately start frantically changing shit to that. I don't think there's any combination of cards I could have played out of this set that could have managed dealing with that curve. If I had been on the play, and I could have abraded his guy before it got counters and shit and got to attack, that would have been much more of a game than it was. But on the draw there, and color screwed out of my 2-drop, that was probably never gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, about the only thing I can think is we could go to, 9 and 8. Because it is true that we really need the forests early. It just feels weird to play 8 forests when we have so many red cards, and getting screwed out of red is disastrous, whereas getting screwed out of green obviously matters, as you saw, but matters less. I'm mildly tempted to just say screw it and go mono red. Because that was really annoying. But I think we'll wait. We're not going to make any changes to the deck after a game that frankly was more about our opponent having an amazing curve out than about us having problems, which we had. Ray Bammy. Alright, well, I'm not screwed out of colors in this hand. Yeah, okay. I would prefer 1 fewer lands, but I think this is playable. Lana Worlds. And laughs nervously. Well, I can get Gnarlid Colony with Kicker, not next turn, but the turn after. Ah, the red-green mirror. What do you have for me, sir? Firebrand Archer. Very well, very well. Take my 1. Oh, cool. Just what I always wanted for Christmas. Oh, it's not looking great today, boys. It's not looking great. Play an aura on something that I can abrade in response, thereby passing your entire turn and 1-for-1ing yourself. That's not what that is. That's okay though, because I can kill that and pay through the ward. Yeah, I won't be blocking. No blocks. The damage. Okay. Do. I hope this is good enough to win the game. That was the sound. Yeah, the infamous Aram sounds. They're back. That's what happens when I keep a 4-land hand and then draw 3 more lands as my first 3 draws. Oh, okay, that is actually a good draw, in fairness. Let's... I still don't want to attack with Ruby, unfortunately. I guess let's go to combat and attack with this. I don't mind if he wants to just straight 1-for-1 trade, and yeah, he won't. Well, I've got mana untapped and he doesn't. And let's play a mountain, and we'll play this, and we'll kill off the archer. I suppose I could have done that. No, well, yeah. No, this is fine. This would be great if I had 2 non-lands in hand. But hey, any dragon I draw, I can play, so that's something. Sure thing. That's not a dragon. I can level him up immediately, though, which is pretty funny. Let's see. And he's tapped out now, and this attacks as a 3/4. Yeah, let's... actually, no. I need 6... No, okay, I have enough... I don't need Ruby in order to make him his stuff immediately. So let's go to combat, and let's attack with everything. Okay. Take the 8, let those bounce off each other. And then let's play a mountain, and let's play... These aren't sorcery speed only, right? Okay, yeah. Play this guy. And we'll enter. So he... okay, yeah, so 3-2 double strike is what his stats will be when it actually comes to combat. How much do I need to worry about dying this turn? Something like a goblin thing that's +2/+0 to everything would be pretty unfortunate. So, many pump spells and damage spells could exist. He's letting me declare blockers, though. If he's attacking with everything... I mean, alright, well, first of all, can I do this? Do you have a response? No. Oh, okay. He was thinking. Do you have a response? Can I declare blockers? Okay. I think I'm just gonna block the Lana War Elf. 'Cause... I'm not dead to a single... He would need 2 things, I think, to kill me with just these guys unblocked. Okay, that's extra damage, to be sure. But now you're tapped out, so you're dead. Well, you're not tapped out of green, I suppose, but, like, I mean, I'll go to combat and attack. Oh, a free mountain. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if that was his pump spell... I mean, yeah, I suppose you might as well try and attack with everything, but yeah, it doesn't look like he was getting out of that one alive. Okay. Alright, alright. We mana flooded early, but we did draw some actual cards when it mattered. So that one worked out okay. Worked out okay. I mean, we have 17 lands. We have the right number of lands, I think. Again, I don't think there's any immediate impetus to change the deck after that. Yeah, no. That's... yeah. Let's play again. Let's play again. At least we won't 0-3 out our opponent, Rame. He's like Rakdos or something. Yes, I will keep 7. If only I were on the play. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's play this guy. Do we get the turn 2 Sear Slicer? Yeah, we do. At the beginning of your end step if you attacked this turn. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. I don't really want to trade this for the Healer's Hawk. I think... that's tough. That's tough. If I thought he wasn't gonna block, I would probably attack. He might not block since I've got... Alright. I will go to combat, because if he blocks and trades... Okay, he's not gonna... If he blocked and traded, I would still get the Goblin token in compensation, so... I've decided on, by that logic, it would be an okay trade for me. Okay. Ruby can attack, but would I want her to? I think I just want to... Oh, fuck. I should not have played a land. I should have activated this guy, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I think we'll go... Ruby here. And then let's go to combat and attack with these. Okay, no blocks. And then we'll make the Axe Guard Cavalry tapping Ruby from and hope there's no Wrath of God in our future. Next turn, we can Burst Lightning with Kicker if we tap Ruby. So we can hopefully remove any blocker he might play. He's gonna Surveil. Okay, okay. Surveils away Elfsworn Giants. He's still attacking with the Healer's Hawk. He's got big dreams. Dragon Trainer. Alright, that's our new plan for what we're gonna do with our mana, probably. Or Mega Pump this guy. Yeah, I think we leave Ruby back. Let's go to combat. I think we're gonna attack with everything except Ruby here. We'll probably look to... Or do we keep the Sear Slicer back, honestly? Make more 1/1s? Maybe, maybe. Let's attack, and... Actually, yeah. I think we're gonna keep Sear Slicer back to make guys. If he goes for, like, a block pump kind of thing, we can Burst Lightning in response. If he just goes for a trade, I'm fine with it. Yeah, go ahead. We could have played the Dragon Trainer and hasted, which would have been the correct thing to do, now that I'm thinking about it. Welp. Yeah, did not play that turn super well, unfortunate. Surveils away, Stroke of Midnight. Okay. I feel you may regret that once I have a 4/4 dragon. But you do you. That's a good one. That's a good one, but very Burst Lightningable. Which I think I'm gonna do, probably. Or actually no, this just kills, like, surely. He can block 2, oh yeah, this mega kills. Okay, we're just gonna go to combat and swing with everything then. Alright, we actually got Sear Slicer into Goblin Surprise, which is like the dream. Oh. But yes, I don't know what I was like, Axe Guard's in the deck to give the dragons haste, and then I just didn't even make the connection that that was a thing I could do. He might even scoop without seeing this, depending on what's in his hand. I'll make 2 goblins. But hey, he goes back up to -9 from the lifelink. Okay. That's what we want the deck to do. That's how we want our curve to go. Turn 1 1-drop into turn 2 Sear Slicer and a goblin thingy to finish. That's what we want to see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, let's try again. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Sear Slicer Goblin, truly one of the finest ever to gob the man. Cavern Yogi. Yogi Bear has gone deep into hibernation, and now he emerges to kick my ass. Oh, he has a little custom emote. That's neat. Frenzied Goblin. Ooh, look at that old school ass looking mount. That's like a Chandelar mountain. Yeah, that's fine. Goblin pick. Ah, yeah. Leonin scimitar that makes treasures. I'm here for it. I'm about it. Let's go Ruby. And I think we just attack for 2B. Yeah. And sure. You have questions, and I have... So let's get started. Frenzied Goblin? Yeah, I mean, he is the cousin of the Raging Yay. Flying Death Touch Lifelink. That's pretty good against me. If it can block, which it won't be able to. But the lifelink is still going to be a bit of an annoyance, alas. Okay. What do we want to do here? Attack both? Play the Gnarlid? Or do we save the Gnarlid for Kicker? I think we save the... because I've got this already at 5. Let's... Well, we're attacking with both, for sure. So let's attack. And we will make that unable to block. And then, do we want this now? I think with the Goblin Surprise in our hand, we do just want a Grizzly Bear right now. Because we've got 2 other things that cost 5. Okay. Yep. To the Nighthawk. Makes sense. Makes a treasure. Stolen treasures. Let's see. We have to play this post-combat if we want to kill something with it. I think we will... let's go to combat and just attack with this. Okay. And then we're gonna make a forest, and this guy, and we'll kill this. We're not gonna be super able to race early with this Nighthawk here. Hopefully we can burst lightning that. Whenever an opponent discards a card, exile it with a stash counter. Okay, yeah. Okay. 4-mana tap, each opponent discards, activate as a sorcery. Got it. Okay. Moving that over there. Okay, yeah, I see the logic in that. I think we probably... So he's just a 1/3. Okay. Let's play a forest so we have access to instant speed burst lightning. Do we want to just Frenzied Goblin, make something unable to block? No, because he's left stuff back so that he can make that not work. Okay, let's go to combat and attack with these 3. See how he wants to block here. Jump that, take 5. Okay. Yep. And we'll end turn, and unfortunately we're gonna have to discard one of these quite nice cards to this thing. Yeah, back on the Nighthawk. Makes sense. At least he's a little bit mana flooded. Tiny Bones. Yeah, that's gonna resolve. Whenever in a discard during your turn, you may play cards you don't own. Okay, so I don't. That's pretty rough. Can I kill him on the crackback with Goblin Surprise if I keep it? Hey. 6, 4, 5, 3. Actually, yeah, probably. So I guess I'll discard Kellen. That's risky, but yeah. Yep, I know. Can have him. Ooh, he's attacking with... Oh, no. Damn. If he had attacked with that, I think he'd be straight up dead to the Goblin Surprise. As it is, I think he lives with a tiny amount of health and loses his guys. I can make one thing unable to block. Which is probably going to be this. Yeah, okay. Let's go to combat. And we attack with everything. And we make this unable to block. And we pay for that. Okay, I'm gonna have to discard this if I don't use it, so we're just going to surprise for extra damage. He should still live here. Yeah, he lives on 1. And I'll play a mountain. I mean, that's all my gas. So if he's got more stuff, I might lose here, but he needs some things, because I can make something not block. Okay, kills that. He needs something else to not be dead. That's not it. Frenzied Goblin, 1 point of damage for the win? Question mark? Or Ruby, 1 point of damage for the win? Okay, I don't even need this. To combat. Attack. This can't block. Haha! Ruby pokes you with a stick. Ugh. Whew. Three and 1, so that's usually where we start, although we usually don't immediately take a devastating loss in our first game. But doing okay, doing okay. This cost the equivalent of this is 750 gems, I think. So you need like 6 wins for this mode to even out. So we're gonna need to keep it lively if we want to make our money back. But it's only quick draft stakes, so if we don't quite make it, it's not the end of the world. I'm feeling only so-so about this one, compared to, like, our white-green deck from the Pioneer draft last time was, like, really scarily consistent in executing its game plan. This one's a little more... this looks okay. Ooh, exploding frog, goblin, man, whatever. Hello. Yeah. Blue, white. Astrix, lookout. Am I burst lightninging that? Probably not. This guy. Let's Especially because killing creatures is what untaps this, so anything that can remove a creature has extra value now. Ooh, Mocking Sprite. Sure thing, sir. Yeah, like I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go attack, and then immediately shock the Mocking Sprite, so he can't trade. Yeah, 2 combat, attack, and then burst lightning, no kicker, target Mocking Sprite. Okay, and then do we want a grizzly bear, or do we want to save this? We're against blue-white. I think I'm gonna save it, because I'm a little concerned about running out of gas if I just commit it to the board right now. Oh, he's got green as well. Interesting. Possibly just playing that would have been better, but we'll see. Ooh, fun. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. So this can kill that, and then this would become a 1-2. So I think I'm just going to go to combat and attack here, and let him declare blockers. He's not even going to try. That's fine by me. Second main phase... Do I wait? Because he could have counter magic or pump spells in response if I wait. I think I'm just going to do this. Yeah, submit 0. Oh, a creature didn't die because it's exiled. Ooh, alright, that was a mistake. Well, debatable, but arguably a mistake, yes. Ooh. Sure. Hmm. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna burst lightning this at end step so we can untap our guy. Fuck! It's at the beginning! Oh my god! Oh! Okay, now I know how to play this guy, and it's not the way that I have been playing him. Yikes. 0 for 2. Oh, alright. We're gonna pass here. We need another land, and we can get stuff back on board. We'll probably Goblin Surprise for tokens at the end of the turn, in the hopes that then we can draw into a land to raid with this guy. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 1. Another 1. Okay. Those 1/1s are really useless now. No, I'm not even gonna play it. Yeah, we're just gonna go for Dragon Trainer. Please don't counter this. I'll cry. Okay. Yeah. So, lessons for this game. This thing does not untap that guy. Also, if you're gonna kill something on end step to untap him, you need to kill it before they go to end step. I imagine you're not gonna want to use that. Oh, he has a 4th color. Shit, dog. That's crazy. Are you gonna Strix Lookout to immediately find the swamp? No. Okay. Alright. Now we will go to combat and attack. Okay. Alright, second main phase, let's Warhorn. And, I think we'll kill this, actually? Or do we want to kill... Nah, we'll kill the Strix Lookout. This I considered killing because that can trade with my Cerberus, but I think killing the thing that can block flyers and also gives him looting is better. Whoa! What the fuck is this shit? Oh my god! But not for free. You may play a land and cast a permanent spell of each permanent type from your graveyard. Okay, he's only got creatures right now, so that's good, but it's not, like, amazing. Yeah, we go to combat here, and we attack with, these three. Okay. And then, Kickered Gnarlid Colony, if you would, please. This is really cool. I like this guy. That's why he's in all these colors, I suppose. Avatar. Ah, yes! I don't think that super matters, but sure, man. Avatar, if you say so. If you see me doing this stream, rubbing the side of... I think I slept weird with, like, my face in the pillow. I've never had this happen before, but the middle of the night, I suddenly found that one particular muscle in my jaw on this side is really not happy. I was worried I might not be able to talk, or that I might not be able to eat things that required chewing, but I can as long as I kind of keep them on one side of my face. If I just chew with my left side, it's kind of a pain. Okay, he should be mega dead here to Goblin Surprise, right? I guess if he blocks both... No, yeah, he's just dead because he can only block two things. Okay. I need to remember that 3-color card. That thing's awesome. We're gold, baby! Wow! I was talking about this, I don't think it was on stream. I think I was talking to, like, the Gathering Cards crew offline, but there's a kind of weird, perverse incentive here. So the rewards for your rank are extremely meager. You get a tiny number of packs, a small amount of gold, an amount of gold that's basically less than 2 days worth of playing the game, and like one random cosmetic. And it doesn't go up much, right? After that, yeah, you're still getting the same amount of gold. You're getting like one more pack and one more card style for a single random card. So the season rewards are very meager. Whereas the rewards for doing better in drafts are like very substantial immediately. Even in Quick Draft, which has the least and gentlest pay scale, every win is worth usually, you know, 100 or more gems, which is basically like 500 gold, and that's in a single draft. And so the reason I say this is because, unless I am crazy, it's like strictly better to not rank up your rank, because the rewards you get by being matched against worse opponents and therefore winning more in events are way more than what you get for achieving a high rank. Like, if you always let yourself roll back to bronze and only ever have to play bronze and silver ranked opponents, if you score even 1 or 2 more game wins in an entire season, that's more rewards than you would have gotten by try-harding and ladder climbing. It's kind of absurd, and it also disincentivizes you to play more, because the more you play in between resets, the higher your rank gets and the harder opponents you have to face. I guess not strictly harder. Maybe you're just facing opponents who play more. But those are still more likely to be better opponents. It's a little sad. It makes me feel like these rewards need to be dramatically more. Do the rewards for the quick draft thing not change based on rank? No. The rewards for what you actually get in an event is just based on how well you win in that event. It doesn't matter what your rank is. Whether you're starting from basic bronze or whether, you know, you're already mythic going into it. These need to be so much more rewarding than they are. Like, these should be giving you many packs and much money. Because the seasons last several weeks, so it's not like they'd be giving them out all the time. It's a pretty controllable stream of income of your fake money, and you're trying not to, like... I suppose, playing the game is meant to be its own reward and fair, but, like... Man, it's kind of fucked up. That, like, the best way to earn money in this game is to not play the game that much. So that you're always bronze ranked when you're playing and when the stakes are actually there. Anyway, let's continue. It's like, you can't even really call it sandbagging, because sandbagging is like intentionally losing in order to deflate your rank, so that then when you play, you're always getting to beat up noobs, right? You're playing below your skill level, or like making a new account, so you start over at a bad rank. Like when people smurf in League of Legends and make a new level 1 account and go and beat up people who've never played MOBAs before. Like, it's not even that, because literally this is how the game manages rank. It's just so fucking funny that the incentive structure is, like, exactly ass backwards. This is a 2-lander, but we do have cards we can play. I think, I'll try it. This guy's ability may help us find more lands also. You can only play it till the end of the turn with him, so it's not going to help me find a 3rd land, but we can do something. Oh, hello, also. He's, unsurprisingly, he's reading Kellen. He's like, why is this 3 different creatures? Okay, fine, whatever. Frenzied Goblin or rank up? I think I'll rank him up while I've got the opportunity. I'm not going to be able to play whatever I exile with him, but we got our 2 damage. Exile something. Okay. Alas. Can't play it. Goes away. But now we can play things. Now we can give him double strike if we want, in fact. I shouldn't have... Well, no, okay. I did need to play that forest. Yeah. Now let's go to combat. See if he read what the 3rd stage does. He did. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. And deal 6. And exile 2 cards that I, again, won't be able to play, but the immediate pressure is pretty great. Hello, Ralph Bat. Oh, wait, you were already here. Oh, I got... Oh, because you were emoting. I see. Yeah. I'm used to you sending that Vixen emote when you join. Okay, he has Flash, so you really don't want to play him on your main phase. But, you do you. So he'll probably chump with this, and that's totally fine. Let's just attack. Nope, he's gonna let me do it. Okay. That's a lot of advantage to risk giving away. And a lot of damage when you're down to 6. Yeah, let's play both of these. I think we each missed a land drop. So his hand is probably all gas, in fairness. Okay, I mean, yeah, you get that now, which is good, but I did get 2 free creatures off of it, which is not so good. With the Elementalist Adept, I think that's probably fine. I don't see a very compelling reason to trade here. Especially because if he doesn't have a trick, I can just kill that and kill him this turn. Let's play a forest in case he's got, I don't know, mana leak. Sure, we'll upgrade the archer. He's got something. Oh shit, -1, -0 to stay alive. That's fine. That doesn't untap the Elementalist Adept or anything, right? No. Okay. Damn, fleeting distraction. The most pivotal fleeting distraction imaginable. Alright, well, let's go to combat and swing for 5. We don't have anything else we can do to make that better. This is already untapping. I think we'll play the Frenzied Goblin. That should make it maximally difficult for him to live next turn. Yeah. I'm spoiled with hellos. 2 in 1 stream. Literally a fleeting distraction, indeed. Ooh, what's our reward? Stroke of Midnight. Wow. Wow, wonderful. Okay, so after getting our shit pushed in the first game, we have then won the next 5. We're very close to breaking even. I'm gonna use the bathroom again real quick, and then we'll try our last 2 games. Or last 4, if we... Sick chair. Thank you. Is that chair missing armrests? It doesn't have armrests. I don't think I would say it's missing them. It's not a computer chair, because this is not really a computer desk. This desk does not have, it's got large drawer, like, filing cabinet thingies on either side of where you can rest your legs under, so any chair with arms cannot push in under this desk. So you, you know, so you can only scoot it so far forward, also, if it has arms. I had a chair with arms, and dinged the shit out of the sides of the undercarriage of this desk by accidentally whacking them into it over and over. So no, the past several years of my life have been a quest to find a chair that was comfortable and did not have arms. And this, I imagine, is meant to be a dining chair. I just got this at Goodwill for like $4. And it also matches the color scheme of my room decently. Chairum, yep. Yes, this is the chairum. It's a little beat up. The seat of it, the upholstery is kind of scuffed in places. It has little, like, seams in it that it's not supposed to have. But is comfortable. The one that I tried out before this, the dining chair, seemed fine at first. And then after I had been sitting in it much of the day for about a week, I realized my ass was hurting constantly. It was just not supportive enough. This one did not have that problem, for which I am thankful. Yeah, that previous one was also from that same Goodwill. I bought it for like, $5, tried it out. It did not work, and so I eventually just re-donated it back to that Goodwill. Cherim saved your ass. Quite literally, yes. Oh, shit, we're playing against someone who's green? I don't know if that's, like, platinum or emerald or whatever the fuck, but our opponent is a big, scary man. Hello, mountain. Ooh, Evolving Wilds. What you gonna get? Land hand? We don't know yet. Maybe I won't draw 3 lands as my first 3 draws this time. Endless Guide. Ooh. What you gonna fix with that? What you gonna fix with all those digs? Another swamp. Okay. And he chose to use it. Alright. It's a bit of a... It's a little wasteful, but I think we're gonna abrade that, because I don't want to let him trade it for my guy. Value-wise, that's not great, but for tempo, that's quite vital. Gets me the untap and keeps my 4 power on the board. And hopefully this turn I can attack again and then drop the Strongbox Raider. But he is in black. He might be able to kill my shit. Ah, okay. He's just going to play that to trade. Fair enough. Let's go to combat and attack. Sure thing. Ooh, those are both pretty good. I think we'll take the Gorehorn Raider. Value-wise, not great. But hey, screw that one guy. Ah, interesting. I guess he has the 3rd color, but he already had it in his hand. Alright, let's just go to combat. I imagine he's got a removal spell or a flash creature or something? Okay. That's fine. Unfortunately, that means I won't get to use this as removal, but I will still get to shock him. He's also in green, so he could certainly have creatures that are going to make this not so great. Ooh, that's a good one. Would have been better many turns ago, but it's still good now. Let's go combat and attack. Okay, he's going to take the 4. Yeah, I think we'll make Seer Slicer here. Seer Slicer. Albeit the 1/1s will not be terribly useful. Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to block. Now that is a problem. If that were a 3/4, that would not be much of a problem. As a 4/5, that is a big problem. Yeah, making 1/1s is not as important as denying him that, so we're just going to play the Kickered Gnarlid Colony here. And the game stalling out a little is not in our favor, but we'll see. We do have many dragons we can draw. 4/4 vigilance. Okay. You want the counters? Okay. It's gonna mega beef those guys. Nope, just him. I think I gang block? Yeah. With 1 red, I'm not very worried about any sort of trickery here. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now let's go to combat, attack with Gorehorn. Ooh, he's gonna take it. I'm actually a little surprised. And we're gonna make another one of these. Oh, I should not have let it auto-pay that, because I wanted to play both of these. Okay. Do you think you should have saved that red spell from earlier, or did you make the right call? I think it's still fine. He hasn't played very many other things it could even kill, because it only deals 3 damage. Crypt Feaster, does he have Threshold? Not yet, though he probably will before long. Attack with the 4/4. Whenever if there's 7 more, yeah, I think I just take 4 here. Yeah. Is that his last card? Music to my ears. Okay, yeah, auto-pay strikes again. Okay, let's attack with these. Yeah, we'll kill Dwynen, since that has life gain on it. And then, let's play this guy. And we're pretty close to being able to Alpha Strike just by sheer number of creatures. Okay. That thins more lands out of the deck, but it does not do anything in the immediate term. Oh, okay, and giving this... Yeah, okay, this time I will not forget this interaction. That. Dragon. Dragon Haste. Go to combat. Swing off. And that is all she wrote. Did you see the rules changes for multiple blockers? Yes. People keep bringing up the rules changes for multiple blockers and then incorrectly quoting what the actual change was. But yes, I did see it. It is a pretty minor change compared to, like, the M10 rules changes, making combat damage not use the stack. It mostly only matters when there is a multi-block scenario and there are combat tricks afoot. I don't know what they were, so I can't misquote anyone. The change is, previously, the steps for resolving combat were you declare attackers, declare blockers. Once blockers are declared, the attacker, or both players, declare if there are cases where there is an actual choice to be made. Both players declare how they are distributing their combat damage. So if you have a creature with trample, that is when you decide how much damage you're going to assign to the creatures blocking it versus how much you're going to have trample over to the player. If there's a creature being blocked by multiple creatures, or a band of attackers being blocked by a creature, if there's a multi-creature combat, the players involved choose how they're going to distribute damage between the other player's creatures. And then, under the old rules, that happens immediately following declare blockers. Then both players have a chance to act before combat damage occurs. With the post change, the set of things that happens is still the same. However, they moved the window for the last moment at which you can play instant speed effects to after blockers are declared, but they made choosing how to distribute the damage part of damage being dealt. There is now no window of time in between choosing how the damage is going to be assigned and the damage going through. You say where you're doing the damage, and the damage is done. So the consequence is that in like a multi-block scenario or whatever, before, you knew where your opponent was assigning damage before you had to make your choices about, say, if you wanted to giant growth something, or if you wanted to play a burn spell to deal extra damage to something, and often you wanted to do that stuff before blockers were declared anyway, but sometimes it was advantageous if you knew you have one giant growth and you want to save whichever of your two blockers more damage is assigned to before you could do that. Now, if you want to use the giant growth, you have to play it, and your opponent has to know that that is happening before they go ahead and assign their damage, so they can then be like, oh, okay, I'll deal my damage to the one that you didn't giant growth. So, it is... The effect of the change is basically to make combat tricks in multi-block or trample-related scenarios a little less good. You can still use sneaky tricks after blockers are declared, but you cannot do it after knowing how your opponent's going to distribute their damage, if it's a multi-creature combat. Anyway, we made it to 6 wins, so we've broken even. Our last win would be worth 100 gems in a pack. Let's see if we can get it. Alright, I'm done. I have no other variants of my dance. Worked up, so I'm so winded now. I feel like I've been running up and down the stairs. Ooh, we're playing someone else who's green rated. I assume that's platinum. Or it's whatever is above gold. This looks like a perfectly fine hand. No, Teal Chorus, I'm sorry you didn't get told in a timely fashion. Here is my Savannah Lions. There are many like him, but this one does other shit. And I will not be attacking into that 1/1 that's already given you value, so good job on you, sir. You've outplayed me. I will, however, attack with my 1/2! Yeah! Neat lands for the opponent. Yeah, I like these ones. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take 2. We have a couple options here, but I think I'm gonna activate Kellen, attack for 3, and see if we can hit a free land off of him. Do I keep Ruby back? I think I will to... yeah, okay. We're gonna activate you. Let's go to combat. Let's attack. See if we can mise a free land. Yeah! Okay. Play the mountain. And let's play this as a grizzly bear. Your Twitch does this for my streams too, bud. I think it might be broke. No. Ooh, okay. Well, that is a bit of a pooper in my scooper. However, I can make him a double striker, which is still pretty good. So I think I'll still attack with Kellen. With Ian McKellen. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to combat, and let's attack with just him. Looks like he's gonna invite the trade. Okay. And we're not going to play a second copy of Ruby, so we will just pass there. Ian McKellen is a good blocker, but is he good at attacking? A pooper in my scooper. Yeah, no, that's just how I talk. Yeah, I'm not gonna block. Okay, so there are many things we can do now. We can make Shivan Dragon second main phase. We can make Gorehorn Raider. Yeah, the world is kind of our oyster here, but it all starts with an attack. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any combat tricks here. Trade, and then we make Gorehorn Raider and kill Eagle's Hawk. Buzz out. On that April with his surest sota, the drucht of March hath persed to the rota, and bathed every vein in sweet liquor, of which thereto engendered is the fluor. What are you scheming over there? Oh, he is actually a little stuck on mana, isn't he? Okay, I would like to make Shivan Dragon, but I think the double attack is worth more, so we're gonna double attack and make Strongbox Raider this turn, I think. Yeah, that's fine. 3-4. And, do I want to kill that before he can declare blockers? I think I do. Ooh, he's got something he can do in response. Spicy, but he's not gonna. Okay. Any blockers, sir? Nope. That's alright by me. Okay. Then we'll just pass. Found another land. Still lacking double white. Ooh. Ah, 5-3 reach. Pretty good. I suspect he will not be attacking more, though. I think he has figured out that in this situation he is not the aggro deck. Do we want 2 goblins? No, I think we want the combat trick. Okay, now we have Shivan Dragon in any case, but this reach creature is going to be a bit of a bitch if it's sitting there, so I think we attack and goblin surprise. Especially because we have another ruby to replace this one. We'll take our damage. Haha! I have 2! You didn't see that shit coming. The 3D dog is cute. The 3D dog is cute. Yes, I agree. Shame that I can't use this turn. Do I actually... I think that actually does kind of stop me for now. If I attack with both, I lose 1 to the spider. Then I can make the Strongbox Raider. Yeah, I think that's worth it, actually, because of his life total here and the way that my hand is set up. I want to make Strongbox Raider Frenzied Goblin. Okay, let's go to combat. Let's attack with both. Okay. Do that. Okay, so second main phase. First, let's play the Strongbox Raider. See what you find with him. Until the end of my next turn. I would love a Dragon Trainer, thank you. And then I'll play the Frenzied Goblin. We love the Speeder. The Speeder! Oh, I hope his hand isn't full of double white cards. Ooh, that's a good one. The lifelink is especially nice. Oh, okay. Yeah. He didn't even know I had the Shivan Dragon. I had 2 dragons, friend. 2 of my 4. Well, I think that's it. I think that's our 7 win. I think we ate shit in our first game and then 7-0'd. Easy peasy. Sometimes that's how it goes. All right, I'm glad I didn't knee-jerk throw this deck out after we got absolutely dumpstered in our first game. Let me go back and check through chat real quick. Because I didn't get a chance to read much after Oz showed up. Aram says, we won. Makes me feel smart and included, like I know anything about MTG. Oz, I couldn't do it without you. I'd be lost. I'd be lost in the woods. You can play with the Wii steering wheel, yeah. Give the Wii steering wheel to your little brother while you play MTG Arena as they go and then congratulate them on winning. Yeah, a pooper and scooper. I see. We got, yeah, that got a reaction from Luparis and Ralph Bat. Yeah, no, that's just the way I talk. If you guys... I can only assume if you're reacting that strongly to me saying a pooper in my scooper, then you must not watch Gathering Cards, because I always talk the same very silly way while I have most of my concentration on something else. My mouth takes over and decides to run the speech on its own. I didn't get very far in the Canterbury Tales. I'll have to do the full Canterbury Tales sometime later this stream. The 7-cost dragon was in the deck. Yeah, we just never drew it. Never even saw it. And in fairness, well, most games we actually did get to 7 mana before the game was over. So we actually probably would have been able to play him several times if we had drawn it. Power word Aram. Aram over here speaking in tongues, then has the audacity to ask them what they're scheming. As I cast my very real life curse on them to brick their draws. Do it for him, Alucard. I do it for him. I don't pay enough attention when Gathering Cards is on, but I do float around there sometimes. Well, if you listen closely, I'm sure you'll get to hear me use the words poop and cum very frequently. And in silly little ways like that. Yeah, alright, well, this worked out. Dragons, dragons, dragons. Everyone loves dragons. Let's celebrate our winnings. Let's open a few packs. And while I do, I was there for cum stream. I salute you, Ralph Bat. Only those who were there for cum stream truly understand. While I open a couple packs, since we won a couple, I'll reiterate my offer from before. If anyone has a Brawl deck and would like a game, I have finished one, and I'd be happy to play a few. Fellow cum stream survivor, indeed. Where were you when John was cum? Sky Knight Squire. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1, and if it has 3 or more, it is a flying knight. Neat. A cat scout. A fun little guy. Let's see. Yep. Happy to see more cheap mana-fixing lands. What do we have? This thing's such a fucking menace in Limited. I can't believe that mana curve that guy annihilated me with in our first game. Turn 2 this into turn 3, 4-2, swing. I killed this before he could attack again, and it made, like, no difference at all. I just got my ass beat. High Society Hunter. Vampire Noble. 5/3 flying for 5. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, one counter whenever non draw a card. Okay. I'm kind of trying to get a sense. Okay, she's actually Yeah, okay. That's a reasonable enough outfit. No, yeah, I for a second I thought maybe she had one of those like slightly contemptible like, you know, midriff sitting sashes with a dangly bit to cover the crotch, but then like it looks like you're going commando aside from that they love to do in female character designs. But no, she's wearing pants at least, or armor or something under that. So no, yeah, that is in fact an outfit entirely in keeping with high society. Uncommon Savannah Lions. Never thought I'd live to see the day. What's our rare? Ashroot Animist. 4/4 trample for 4. Whenever this creature attacks another target creature you control, gains trample and gets plus. Yeah, okay. Simple, effective. I like it. What if her skin is just like that? I guess that's possible. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe she has absolutely wild vitiligo, and her legs are pink. And she was slutting it up out there while eating people. Ah, this guy. He's so funny. See, there are still vanilla creatures in this game. I love that this guy, for not technically the same mana cost, he is triple green, but for the same converted mana cost, only one more of which has to be green, is Crawworm with directly double the stat line. It really shows you how far we've come in the 30 years that this game has existed. Abyssal Harvester, 3/2 for 3. Exile target creature card from a graveyard that was put there this turn. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a nightmare in addition to its other types, then exile all other nightmare tokens you control. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat, albeit, kind of opportunity costy, because if you want to wait to see if creatures die in combat, you can't attack with him, because he'll be tapped, and you won't be able to use his ability. And so, really, you need to have removal with this guy in order to get good value out of him. You need to have removal, or you need to be able to, like, discard creature cards easily. He's cool. He's just, like, very slightly clunky. As a 3-power creature for 3 that then has a tap ability that is not in accord with it getting to attack. Maybe one day Aaron Mo Austin, maybe Jello, stream a Trails game and manage to salvage a ton of the bad characters. Mo made Ellie McDowell a really fun character. Yeah, Mo's read on Ellie. Fujoshi Ellie was a necessary component of making making that cast reach its potential. Because out of the box, as written, Ellie gets basically no bones thrown to her after the first chapter of Zero. She has an interesting conversation with Lloyd at the end of the first chapter of Zero on the rooftop, where she's talking about, like, all the things she wanted to accomplish politically, and she feels so disempowered because of how corrupt everything is. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, you're like a fully formed character with particular skills and a particular outlook, and yeah, no, this is cool. And then none of that is ever really paid off at all. Even in Zero, like, Tio gets a bunch of stuff in Zero and then nothing in Azure. There's nothing about Tio that relates to Azure's plot, which is a little sad, but, like, at least Tio got a game. Ellie gets a chapter, and then nothing, and then even more nothing in Azure. It is sad. She has the big boobs. What else could she need? You know what? You're right. Stuff paying off in Trails. Sometimes. It does sometimes. The rate of things paying off nosedives following Zero. What was the incel guy's name? Ernest is who you were thinking of, yes. Yeah, no, incel Ernest. A very fun reading of the character that's, like, surprisingly actually kind of supported by the text. Not to the extent that we took it, but no, yeah, like, the vibes were there a little bit. Anyway, it looks like I'm kind of surprised. I guess I thought there were like maybe many people who wanted to play, but it seems like whatever people kept asking about Brawl, person or people, are not here today. So maybe that's just not gonna be a thing that happens. A read that got better over time. Oh, you have a Brawl deck, Wet Otters. Would you like to play? Azure made me so mad. Then Cold Steel 1 and 2 was fine. When I started 3 and Shirley showed up again, I quit the series. You want to know what's crazy? Shirley's like so much more tolerable in Cold Steel than she is in Azure. Because in Azure, she looks like she's 15 and yet has the personality and outfit that she does, and it's really fucking gross. And then they bring her back in Cold Steel 3, and in the canonical, like, 1 year that's passed, she looks like she's like in her early 20s. She looks like she has aged up 10 years. And so she's still awful, but it's way less like, just like a complete redesign. Looks completely different. Partly art style, I guess, but it's not like the Bacano art style artificially makes characters look younger as a rule. Nah, that shit was just kind of fucked up. Let's see. So, yeah, if you want to play Wet Otters, I believe there is, yeah, so direct challenge exists. So I will just need your whatever this is. And so if you can copy and paste that, and then I will also say 2 things. First of all, I will note I have made a Brawl deck. It is not a good Brawl deck. It's a little bit less of just a pile of cards than the one I tried to throw together on stream in 5 minutes the other day. But I'm working just off of the cards you get for free and a handful of random pack openings and drafts. So, you can bring whatever deck you want. Please be gentle. Just cobbled yours. Okay, then we're probably gonna be at relatively even footing. And the other thing I will say, naturally, is, you know, if we play, you know, probably pause the stream so that you're not looking at my hand and hearing me talking about what I'm gonna do, as that's an honor system thing. But people were very honor system appropriate the other day with not bogarting the codes that were posted in chat, so I don't think it's going to be, like, I trust y'all. The opposite of the blue skin guy situation. They do sometimes push back against the author. Yeah, maybe. Maybe someone in an editorial position got in and was like, hey, man, you gotta change this fucking, we're making new 3D models for these characters that have never had them before. You gotta do something about this. Alright, Wet Otters, I'm gonna put in your thing, I'm gonna select my deck, so now would be a great time to pause the stream if you haven't already, and I will see you in the Thunderdome. Let's see. The Thunderdome. Why can't I pick my deck? Invalid cards. 0. What does that mean? Oh. I see. I have to pick the right... Well, no, wait. What? Oh, okay, here we go. Deck type. Friendly Brawl. Best of 1. Yeah, okay, that's what we want. Alright. Arim versus the wettest otters you know. Ooh, a cheap commander. All right. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, these are cards. Hello. I don't know why I'm helloing. They know. Enter. So, 3 mana. Yeah, that's fine. 3 mana, 1/4, play an additional land, get some shit for 6 tap. Okay, and you are another creature you control enters or dies if that creature's power is greater. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Let's sack this. And go and find an island. Wabam. And let's play this. And Archmage is nuked. Confounding riddle. Ah, Bristly Bill. You bristly fuck. Oh, okay. You want to hold it back to block, huh? Interesting. Okay. Well, let's play a mountain. I mean, I think I'm okay with trading the Newt for either of these creatures. So, I think I will go ahead and attack. And letting me go to damage. Okay. Do I want to throw something out to get a free Newt here? I could quicken, and then just quicken again to draw an extra card. That's pretty good, but it leaves me unable to do anything next turn. I think let's, no, I'll go for it. I've got life to play with. I'm probably going to take a lot of damage this turn between Bristly Bill and Pelt Collector. Oh. Unless they're stuck at 2. Nope. Okay. Bestow. It's +1/+1. Landfall. You may pay that, which you can't do this turn. If it's attached to a creature, does a bunch of shit, it looks like. Okay, so if this falls off, it's just a 1/1, it looks like. Okay. Oh, you are, you come in tapped. Okay. Think we're gonna... What do we want to do here? Let's play this and scry. I honestly, I think we just want lands right now. And regrettably, I think we're just gonna have to sit back on Into the Royal here and bounce the Pelt Collector. Yeah. No, we'll hang back. See how they want to use the counter from this. Okay, they're gonna cast that. Yeah, yes, that's fine. You have 2 lands. Here's 1. Oh, oops, I forgot this was on land enter. You make the token. Okay, then in that case I shouldn't have waited, but, yeah, we'll respond with this and put the Pelt Collector back. Another land. Replay Pelt Collector. Okay. Yeah, see the... Yeah, that's a lot of guys. Yes, the main thing, when I put this deck together, I was like, I wish I had Pyroclasm effects, and I just, like, don't have any in my collection. So I don't have much to answer a board like this. And I haven't drawn any burn spells. in my first 14 cards, so it's not looking great. I am mega dead to any sort of overrun type shenanigans. Make an elf knight. You got it. Okay. We have reached 5 mana. We can play a 2/2 Melek. Woo! Yeah, this is pretty fucking scuffed. It looks like I am about to get my ass beat before you even factor in the use of this thing. But we'll try. Let's just play our Archmage of Runes and pass. Bristly Bill's so fucking gross. Okay. No maximum hand size. That's unlikely to matter. 2 cards left. Rampaging Baloths. When this land falls, okay, I lose this game, you guys. Why didn't you attack? Why would you not attack? I'm confused. Maybe they are taking pity on me. I'm so fucked. I'm like mega fucked. There is almost nothing I can do. I shouldn't have even played that land. I should have curated first, but okay, let's curate. Content. We'll draw. That could do something. We're gonna surveil the island away at this point. Yeah, okay. I think we're gonna... Oh, jeez. Whenever a land you control enters, you may create a 4/4 green beast. Okay. Okay. I think we are gonna... If there's no, like, overrun... Okay, we'll go for this. We're gonna go for this. We're gonna sit back on Amphibian Accident and just fucking pray. Yeah, I was kind of hoping they didn't have a land. I think we might be boned. Okay, don't take pity on me. You gotta attack this turn. You gotta fucking kill my ass. Oh, God! Create X lands? That's not what I want you to do! Alright, I have to do this, and I can't give them all those 4/4s. I have to make that not have an effect in response if I want to have any shot of doing anything. No, Bristly Bill! Don't do it! Let's talk about this! Yeah, choose your targets, man. Fucking go for it. Why aren't you attacking? No, come on. This isn't fair. This isn't fun. You can't do this to me, man. You gotta fucking come for me. Oh. Oh, no. Alright. I mean, can I do literally anything? Pretty much no. They haven't even used their commander's ability. Whenever you play... Yeah, that doesn't matter. I can kill... Boy, this would have been great to have a million years ago to just kill Bristly Bill, right? Looks at the camera. I mean, okay. Let's do that. I can deduce from top of deck. Sure. Draw a card, investigate. Looking for something that does something here. Ling, if Melek were a 23 power, could let me come back here. But mostly, no. I don't think anything is gonna happen that's gonna really help me here. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm passing turn. You don't attack this turn, and I don't draw an out, I'm just conceding. No bully. Come on, hit that attack all button. You know you want to. That's not the attack all button. That's many painstaking individual selections. Okay. Well, there's no bristly built, so this guy can't become a 1919, so that's something. Let's see. 4-4, 2-2, 10 1-1s. There's not a lot I can do here. I think let's 4 damage to a target. I mean, I can. Alright, let's hypothesizzle. I'm looking for... Oh, okay, that would be great if I weren't already mega boned. Let's discard this, as cool as it is. I don't have time for that to happen. We'll hypothesizzle that. So we're government required to chump the 10-10. So let's declare blockers. Block. Yeah, we block that and one of these and take a million zillion damage, but still less than our life total, I think. Unless I've overlooked creatures that are attacking. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, whatever. Alright. That was never gonna happen. Not with us drawing no removal to stop the early snowball. Alright, well. That was a game, for sure. You can... Welcome back, Wet Otters, if you're back now. That was a little rough. Okay. And the sad thing is, like, I was like, you know, I may have trouble against, like, a bunch of tokens or, like, green creatures, and, yeah, that's what I had trouble against, because I just don't have any pyroclasms. I'm pretty sure I don't have any. Hang on. Show me red, collected cards that say damage to each. Gates Ablaze, if I had gates in my deck that I could use. Hello. I don't think I do. I think I looked for them. I think I looked up and down for pyroclasm-like effects. I'm playing, like, the one that I have. Alright, well, let's hope maybe we do better next time. Someone else said they wanted a game. Simmy Cake said they could brawl. Also, hello, Kilpatu. Simmy Cake, if you're still around and you would like to play, I am up for a game. I'll give them, like, a minute or so to respond. Okay. All right. And let me know your thing here. If you want to have a funny time, Wet Otters, go, and now you can go back and watch my reaction to the events that occurred. Oh, I've got 11 DMs on Discord. Okay. Cuborita. And this is deck type friendly brawl. Bimp. Oh man, Bristly Bill's such a fuck. I'm familiar with him because he plays a starring role in the green-blue pre-con, where he is also such a fuck. He's definitely one of the most answer this creature or lose creatures in any of those pre-con decks. The blue-green deck's such a house. It's just kind of unfair how much crazy shit it has compared to the others. I don't think Melek's a very good commander because you can't do anything with him early, and he doesn't have any evasion or he's just, oh, well, if I play this late enough in the game, he's like a 20+ power creature for 5. But he's so deeply funny when you can play him at that size that I decided to go for him. Oh, they need to type... Oh, I see. I assumed that when you sent the challenge, it would just be like, you have a challenge. Okay. Yeah, so... Well, you can see what it is here. See me cake. I imagine they will know. Well, I guess I can... Oh, you didn't know that. I see, I see. Well, now you know, and you can see it on the screen here. Alright. See if we can draw some cheaper cards this time. God, what I wouldn't give for just a couple sweeping red damage spells. I think I don't remember how much burn I'm playing, but I think it's a decent amount. Was not in my hand that time, alas. It is kind of nice that in the modern game, green has finally reached where it probably should have been all along of like, oh, this is the color that just has, that can just play creature after creature that are just massive and massively threatening. Okay. This hand can accomplish things. Appears, took a free mulligan. 2/2 Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an aura or equipment from your graveyard. Oh, that's a fun build around. Terramorphic Expanse. Dee-ba-dee-dee. Doo-ba-dee-doo. Ay-cha-tay-cha-tay-cha-tay-cha-tay. What dis? Oh, neat. Okay, let's find a mountain. Let's find a mountain. All right. Mulch. Oh, okay. That's an old school one. Find 1 plus Mild. Heliod's Punishment. Okay. So, Pacifism. Druidic Ritual, Ajani. Okay, so this is the only thing that's castable from the graveyard. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Elvish Mystic. Yeah, I'm not gonna count it. This is a special tool that will help us later. So I don't know if it's going to be the commander coming next turn or some giant fucker. And attacker block, loses all abilities also, and has the thing. Okay. I think I'm just gonna pass here. Whoa! 4. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Exile target creature you don't control until target turn an enchantment into an O-ring. Return all enchantment cards from your Bippy to your Zippy. Okay, let's counter that. I'm not gonna bargain it. Yep. Okay. Ooh. That's fun. I still got this and that for next turn. Okay, I think we're gonna go Malcolm the Eyes here. The Eyes have it. Sit back on this. We're waiting to deploy this. Going for that now. Let's see. So that'll allow, what, this out of the graveyard? Once during each of your turns, you can do that. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that now if you want. Okay, expected. Take one. Okay. So now we're going to do, let's see. Do you have another one in the graveyard? No. So I think we're gonna, yeah, now we're gonna pass. Because we can do this at instant speed. Yeah, you can declare attackers. Okay. Yeah, now we'll go for this. Oh, I'm very stupid. This doesn't actually give it... Yeah, I needed to do that before it declared attackers. Because now it's still attacking, so I'm just going to take 2 damage for no reason. Alright. Well... However, this is one that I put in specifically for Brawl because it removes all the abilities, taps it forever, but does not take it out of play, which means it can't simply be recast, unlike most removal. Reveal the top 4. Okay. It's like a mini mulch. Revealed Lyra Dawnbringer and these, so those all just get moved. Okay. Oh, I gotta push this rock! Okay. We push it a rock. Let's... I think let's play Johan here. And we'll... Can't attack or block. Okay, yeah. And I'm going to want to stop on upkeep and draw in case I want to play this before I draw it off the top of my deck. Each player chooses a creature they control, destroy the rest. Okay, well... Regrettably, there's not much I can do about that. So, yeah, let's resolve that. I will choose my Johann. Okay, so that'll reset their commander for later. Makes sense. Do I want to do this? I think I do. Let's cast this on upkeep so we make sure we get the value out of the... And now we draw. Okay, what is this? Okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. So that is flashback for 7. Okay. Let's go to combat and attack for 2. Yeah. We'll sit back on this. 2. Broker's Hideout. When you do... Oh. Neat. When this enters, sacrifice it is a funny way to do that. There is 2 of us. I can't believe you're not getting an island in your deck that's not allowed to have them. What a wasted opportunity. This is getting out of hand. Valkyrie's sword. Ah. Can you pay the cost? You can. Okay. It's not a creature spell. Yep. Let's just get rid of that token on end step. And yeah, let's go to my turn. Draw. Ooh. Okay. Neat. Return on online owner's hands. If the spell's surge cost was paid, make a giant fucker. Okay. I don't really want to cast that off the top right now. Let's go to combat and attack. Ember Caller? Yeah, I don't think there's any reason for me to plan on doing this, like, right now, so sure. Let's go for Ember Caller. Discard a card, seek a card with greater mana value, and you can play it till the end of your next turn. Okay. How many instants and sorceries do we have? 1, 2, 3. Melek's still pretty small if we cast him now. Okay, recasting that. Let's, let's put that back. Make you pay a little more for that. Oh, they let it go to the graveyard. Oh, no, okay, they are. Ooh, Snowland. Is that the Cold Snap one? I don't think that... No, this is an actual Forest Plains. Okay. Better than the Cold Snap one. Need to not commit too much to the board here while Divine Reckoning is sitting around. Yeah, what does this give again? Just +2/+1. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Do I want to seek? I think I do. Actually, maybe I don't, because Quicken enables this to be a real massive fuck. This is how I'm supposed to get stuff in the graveyard, though. Ugh. Alright, yeah, we will. Oh, now is not when I want Fling. Fling is for when I have a 2020 Melek. Ah! Okay. Wait, how did I seek? Oh, seek doesn't shuffle. Interesting. I guess it wouldn't have to on here, but I sort of assumed it would. All right. Let's go to combat and attack. Yeah. And then I'm gonna play this as a land, I think, because I don't have the double red for it anyway. Enters tapped is fine, and I can play this till the end of my next turn, right? Okay, I mean, I could play Melek here. He might be able to kill if I attack and then fling. But he just runs into Divine Reckoning anyway, so I'm not sure how much that helps. No, I think I'm okay waiting on with Spellgyre. Quicken into Crush of Tentacles would have been really good. I probably should have just waited on that. That's a pretty sick interaction. That's fine? Question mark? Heliod's Punishment. Oh, there's so many fucking things in here now. No, we'll push that back again. Okay. Yeah, do I want to chuck this Fabled Passage to find a non-land? Probably, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's a pretty good one. Okay, that'll probably force this, actually. Do I want to use the Fling? Also, how big is Melek now? 12-12? Can I... No, if I delve this, I won't... so close to be... Wait, maybe if I attack with both... If I attack with both... Let's go to combat. There's no reason to do any of this before combat, right? Yeah, actually... Okay, yeah. Let's go to combat. Let's go to combat. They know I have the Fling, though, so... I don't think they're gonna let this be. Yeah, okay. Just tradesies. I mean, I could just go Melek Fling for 12 damage, then, like, any burn spell is lethal. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sure. Instant or sorcery. First one you cast, it costs 3 less. Okay, cool.